Hello and welcome to At Odds, thanks to Unibet. Now, Brian Fletcher, my name is. I'm the host, filling in for Russell Barwick, who is in Mykonos, dancing on tables full of alcohol. But with me, Mark Waugh and the Hammer Heel. How you going, boys?
Good, mate. You have been angling for this job. Matty's got his own show. You had to get into that seat, haven't you?
I've got to be honest. When you got the nod over me, I was devastated.
Yeah, I don't blame
How are you, Mark? Good?
Good, mate. Yes. Looking forward to your hosting.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, make sure you stick around because after the at the end of the show, we're doing something special. Only go for 2 minutes, so don't think it's that, Mark Waugh. All right, now, around the grounds, let's go to Cricket World Cup. Now, Junior, Australia, favourites after opening the tournament, third line on the betting. Warranted?
I think that's about right, but there's nothing between Australia, India and England. I think England will beat New Zealand tonight, so they'll go through to the semis along with New Zealand, but I think Australia, India, England, nothing between them. On their day, they can beat each other, so there's no clear-cut favourites, but I think Australia deserve to be pretty much there on top.
And Khawaja, I mean, he was belted from pillar to post, so he should have been in the team. He's actually aimed up.
Well, they got 88 at Lords against New Zealand. Top score, actually. He's a bit rusty, I thought, but he'll be there. They're not going to change a winning team, and he's doing enough to hold his spot. So I'm happy with him at number 3, or Smith at 3. Doesn't really matter. You can mix and match a bit there.
Now we're playing South Africa. First time.
Come on.
First time we played them since the sandpaper incident. Give me what sort of sledging is going to go on? Do you reckon the South Africans are going to sledge?
Well, how can they sledge? I mean, Faf
hopeless?
du Plessis has been done twice for ball tampering.
Yeah.
So he's actually got one up on our boys. He did the zipper stuff, and then he did the the lollies in the mouth. So I don't think they'll say too much. I reckon there'll be a bit of a little bit of heat there in the battle for sure.
Yeah,
we'll want to beat them. Don't worry about that.
Now, what about the games, Junior?
Well, I'm tipping a bit of an upset. Afghanistan to beat the West Indies. Now,
Hang on. At $4?
Yeah. Well, Afghanistan should have beaten Pakistan at Headingley. Okay. So this is the same venue they're going to play on Thursday. The pitch spins there. Afghanistan have got 3 good spinners. So there's the upset. Afghanistan. Pakistan, Bangladesh. Pakistan should win. India beat Sri Lanka, and I think Australia is certainties against South Africa.
$1.45.
There you go.
Certainties. $1.45 is pretty good there. Certainties.
Well, South Africa are a decent side, but I just think we're going to have a bit of mungle.
Do you think we'll rest? Do you think we'll rest anyone? No,
we won't.
All guns blazing.
No, we're just going to keep winning.
All right.
No worries. We'll beat them.
Yep. All right, you're done now. Thank you very much.
I can go home?
No, not really. Now, Hammer, AFL, Collingwood. Now, I backed Collingwood last week.
They're cats.
Well, they've been getting criticised for their tactics. What's going on there?
I'm not sure it's their tactics. I honestly think they're cats at the moment. They're a team that's got a lot of talent. They've traditionally been a pretty tough team.
But you know Collingwood's not over in Perth.
No, I know. Yep, I know. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Collingwood though. But they've got the talent. But I think you've got to be wary of these sort of teams. It doesn't matter what code it is. When a team gets punished and they're questioned on their physicality, you watch out the next week. They generally fight back. But they're playing against Hawthorn, who have been pretty good. They were competitive last week against the West Coast. So I just think $1.43 is way too short for Collingwood. I'd rather be on the 16.5 Hawthorn, I reckon.
Is that part of you slam dunk?
No, I left it out.
Now, the horse, Johnny Longmire.
Yeah.
Talk of him going to North Melbourne. When North Melbourne, they've actually aimed up.
Yeah.
And so, do you reckon the Swans will let him go?
Well, I don't think they'll let him go. It's just whether they can keep him. And I listened to an interview that he did on Fox, and he wasn't convincing that he's not engaged in any sort of communication with North Melbourne or potentially looking at going there long term. But he's still got a year to go on his contract, so the Swans no doubt will want him there and want to sign him longer term. But I don't know, mate. They've underachieved North Melbourne, so it'd be a decent place for someone to be able to go and try and build a program on a big contract for the next 5 years. All
right, let's have a look at the games this week, my friend. Fremantle, West Coast. Fremantle at home.
Well, Fremantle was so disappointing last week. Losing to Carlton at home for a team that's trying to make the top 8 is unforgivable. They won't beat West Coast, I think, but I don't think West Coast will blow them out either.
Even the local derby is not throw the full book out the window, you think?
No, I think there'll be a lot of fight. I'd be backing West Coast 1-39. I don't think it'll be a big margin, but they've got too much quality for Freo.
And we talked about Hawthorn and Collingwood. Collingwood short, $1.43. Is that
too short.
Yeah, is that a bit of value there for Hawthorn?
I think it is a bit of value, but I'd still take the line. I'd just be worried about Collingwood really fighting back with all the criticism they've copped. So they could win, but 16.5 I think's the go.
Yeah, Russell Barwick's Sydney Swans. Shout out to Russell too, by the way. How you going, mate? Sydney versus Essendon.
Well, I'd be taking Essendon 1-39 as well. Sydney are playing some pretty good football. Still a couple of weeks for Buddy to be able to get back into that lineup. On the road, you have a look at what Essendon have done at home, and they've really struggled on the road, Sydney. Only 2 wins and 4 losses. So I think they'll be competitive, but I think Essendon too strong.
Thank you very much, Hammer. Now, Origin, next Wednesday night. Queensland versus New South Wales. New South Wales, $1.40. I think that is sensational value.
Is that the shortest priced team in Origin I've seen for about 20 years?
Yes. 2004, when yours truly was just scheming down the short side.
What price were you there?
Yeah, $1.40.
Were you about $5, were you?
No, $1.40.
Oh, you were favourites?
Favourite, of course we were. Didn't lose.
Mate, I think that's short, but I think we justify that quote, New South Wales. I just cannot see Queensland turning it around.
Nah, I don't think it'll be a blowout like it was in game 2.
Why? What do you think will change?
Oh, look, Queensland were off the pace from the kick-off. And I mean, knowing Queensland, they'll come back. I think they're getting 8.5.
They haven't got the quality though.
I know they don't, but this is Queensland. This is what they do. But they had the quality in 1995. Remember the 1995 when?
Yeah. Well, you were playing, were you? Then?
No, I wasn't there, unfortunately. Brad Fittler was there. What a hog! And Queensland 3-0. No one gave him a chance, and this is what the Queensland spirit can do.
What about Kevy Wallace? Isn't he actually acting so weird as coach?
It's odd, isn't it? It is odd. I think it's this, this whisperer. We need a host whisperer.
Rubbish. Get out there and play footy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyway, there's the games.
Anyway, we're strong. Clemmer's back in.
Clemmer's back in, albeit only because Tarek Sims got his.
But does that not strengthen our team?
I think so. Yeah. Our bench is awesome. Yeah. Our bench.
If you've got to go back to 1995 to give reason of how Queensland can win, you're kidding yourself.
No, I mean, they've done it over the years. I mean, the last try, they always.
They're not doing it again.
No, talk it up. They can't beat
it. Anyway, let's have a look at this week's games. We don't like betting on these games because all the Origin stars are.
What about Darius Boyd at the Broncos? What's going on with the Broncos, Fletch?
Yeah, they were second favourites at the start of the year, behind the Chooks.
They don't look like happy chaps up there.
Mate, I know we're not betting on it, but the Sharks, with how bad they were last week, they will come out 11.5.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to the Broncos.
How many slam dunks and betting all ups did they cost everybody?
Yeah, they cost me. Anyway, so we've got the Knights and the Warriors. I think the Knights, they're pretty good value at $1.60. Or no, Ponga. Sharks and Broncos. Sharks will win there. Now, this will be a good game. This will be a good game. Tigers versus Roosters will be a great game. I mean, Roosters are missing all their Origin stars, but Luke Keary, he's been out for 8 weeks. Let's see how he goes. He's had the head knock. He might wear headgear, actually.
I reckon the Tigers are a sneaky chance there.
All right.
They're another team that stuffed me up every week.
Okay, now before we finish, can we just, we've moved on from the NRL. Let's talk about the NBA.
Free trade?
The free trade.
Is that what you call it?
The free trade. I was calling it the free trade. I called it the free agency trade.
That's free range.
Free range.
You and Donald.
The NBA. Have you ever seen, do you wish you were still playing with the money being thrown around?
Of course I do.
What would you be worth
every single day?
Hammer, what would you be
worth? A lot more than what I was worth in 1996. Let's just say that Ben Simmons is about to become the richest professional sportsman of all time for Australia. He's going to sign for $40+ million per year.
Okay.
What would you get, 20? You're playing now?
My question to you, with all those deals that have been done and all those trades that have been done, crystal ball time. If I could give you $100 and you could tell me who would your money be on for next year?
Yeah, it would be really rolling the dice until Kawhi Leonard makes his choice. So if he goes to the Lakers...
He's that important?
Yeah. I mean, he carried Toronto to a championship this year. He's already won one with San Antonio. If he goes to the Lakers, which is probably most likely, he's going to go and team up with LeBron James and the Brow. They will be very tough to beat. But right now, as it stands, you'd probably say Philadelphia. I think they've done a good job. They've got Al Horford in there. They've signed Tobias Harris as well. They look like they've got a little bit more balance than what they did last year. And some of those young guys, particularly Ben Simmons and Embiid, just a little bit older, a little bit more experienced, they're probably the most balanced team.
All right, thank you very much for that. Okay, now let's cross to one of our favourites, Alex Volkanovski, over there in Shell Harbour, also known as the Sapphire Coast. UFC 239, Alex, what do you got for us, brother?
What is up, guys? UFC 239 this weekend. John Jones is back again. I'm sure everyone's keen for this event. I'm keen to watch it. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown and predictions for the co-main and main event. Co-main event, Holly Holm and Nunes. I'm going to have to give with Nunes, very well-rounded. Holly Holm can create some problems on the outside. She is rangy, but, and got a good gas tank, so she can keep a high pace like that on the outside. But Nunes has showed me she can keep up with the pace now. She can go the 5 rounds. So she showed me that with the second fight with Valentina Shevchenko. So, I think I'm going to have to go with Nunes on that one. But with the main event, Santos and John Jones. It's hard to bet against John Jones, but Santos is dangerous. Dangerous everywhere. Hands, legs, knees, you name it. He does throw some feints, so he can, catch a John Jones. You know, just have him guessing, and maybe catch him coming in. But again, you know, John Jones is very, very high fight IQ, very well rounded, very hard to bet against. So, you know, he's fought a lot of dangerous opponents before, and he's done well. So I'm going to have to go with John Jones on that one. Tune in, guys. It's going to be a cracker.
Okay, now this is the highlight of my week, the lucky punt of the week. I said punt, Mark Waugh.
Yes.
Now, last week we lost $325, but there was one winner.
It's taken you the whole show to give him a trophy,
Yeah,
mate.
the hammer, $275. You actually got your hail up,
Yeah.
not your slam dunk.
Got the hail, mate. Yeah, it fell a little
And
bit
as
short
you can
on that.
see on the screen, this is our year to date. We are flying. Junior still in the lead, 3,500.
And if the Bulldogs didn't cost me, I'd be about 8,000.
Yeah, and if your auntie had, you'd
Yeah,
be your uncle.
I know.
Okay, so Schwarzer, although running second, yours truly third, and poor old Russ,
Russ is
$1,400.
like a wooden leg in a bushfire.
You
What a
wait till
disgrace.
you wait till the NBL season starts, boys. I cannot wait.
Well,
You watch, you'll cut the show. The show will finish then.
Yeah,
will
that's
it?
your joke,
First
is it?
month.
Yeah,
That's your.
No, it's my first string. You guys are playing with your first string all the time.
NBL. Mate, you like
You
your,
wait.
you like your AFL.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to slam dunks. Junior, I'm going to go with you first.
Righto, slam dunk for me. Where are we? I'm going to Royal Randwick on Saturday. It's going to be a heavy track, so a little bit tricky this time of year, you know, betting so early in the week. But anyway, Randwick, race 2. I'm going back to my place all up. So I'm going back to
we
the
love the
Bankers.
place.
Race 2, I am Capitan to run a place. Into race 7, Diety to run a place.
Diety?
Godolphin runner. So 2 place bets at Randwick on Saturday.
What are we looking at there, mate? Roughly.
I reckon about $5.
Boosted,
Nice.
Oh yeah, booster.
$17. Okay, let's go
Very generous.
the hammer.
Jimmy Bet. Very generous.
You
Back
love
to the old faithful,
Yeah.
AFL West Coast, 1-39 in that rivalry game over West. I think they'll be too strong. And GWS playing against the informed Brisbane Lions. I think they'll be too strong, the Giants, but only 1-39. We'll get about $5 for that.
Okay, well,
Come on, Fletch, what do you got for
I'm
us?
going for Chooks and the Storm in the league, and I'm going cricket. I'm going the Windies to beat Afghanistan and India to pump Sri Lanka. All right, now we're not going to cross to Schwarzer because he's in the Mediterranean as well. Now, bear with me, everyone. CONCACAF Gold Cup. We've got USA to beat Jamaica,
Is that such a thing?
Mexico
CONCACAF.
to beat Haiti, and the Women's World Cup, Sweden to beat the Netherlands.
Did you say Haiti?
Yeah, Haiti.
Did you say conquer cuff?
CONCACAF,
Isn't it
which
CAF?
is obviously something to do with the Conkers, I suppose. That's paying $6. So thanks very much, Marky Schwarzer. Hail Marys. Why don't we just go straight on to the Hail Marys, because I feel like doing that. Junior, straight
Yes.
into it, brother.
Okay, well, I'm going against you, Fletch. You like
Yes.
the West Indies to beat Afghanistan, but my Hail Mary is Afghanistan to beat the West Indies at Headingley this week, and then a bit of cream on top, Australia to knock off South Africa.
Yeah.
Probably
like it.
about
Okay.
about $7 or $8 there, I reckon.
Okay, I've got $5.50, but
Well,
if
I'm
you want,
boosting it.
if you want to lie to all the viewers, that's fine. That's what Mark Ward does. He's a fibber. All right, let's go, Hammer.
I've got Essendon 1-39 against Sydney. I think it'll be pretty close, but they'll be too strong in Melbourne. I've got Melbourne to beat Carlton, who had a big win last week. Melbourne are desperate to that, 1-39. And my Cats, 16+. They are back against the doggies at home.
Okay. Well, let's go Schwarzer first, and I'll round up. I'll finish last. Schwarzer in the Copa America, Peru to beat Chile.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the local derby down there. What is a bit south of Peru is Chile. Okay, I'm going to finish with mine now. This is Storm -6.5 against the Dragons. Knights to win, 1-12 against the Warriors, and I'm branching out, going west, going to the local derby.
That's complicated.
Fremantle
Complicated.
+21.5 against West Coast. That's not complicated.
It is.
Read the screen. Read it. Now let's cross over to Russ again. Russ, tell us, what island are you at now?
How about that, boys? Just watched Rafa Nadal, one of the all-time greats, just tear his opponent apart. The Japanese boy did pretty well here at Wimbledon, and it has been a fantastic trip. It's just about everything that you expect. The strawberries and cream, the Pims, the Panama hats, the way that the people dress up in suits and ties just to watch the tennis, no matter what the temperature. Really is a bucket list thing to do, and I've got to thank the boys at Unibet for bringing me along to this one. Now, my specials this weekend. I found a couple. I'm going to go the obvious, Rafa, Roger and Novak to make the quarterfinals. I think the odds are around $4.50 if all three make the quarterfinals, and I've seen all three play. They are simply superb. And my Hail Mary, Elena Svitolina. She beat Daria Gavrilova in the opening round. She's around $6 or $7 to make the quarters. She's 100-1 to win the thing, and she just might do it. So they're my Hail Mary and my Grand Slam for this week.
Thank you very much, Russell. Now enjoy Wimbledon. Now, I did mention earlier that we've got something special, and we have something very special. As a tribute to Nathan's hot dog eating contest over in the USA, which is tomorrow, and the favourite being Joey Jaws Chestnut. He actually ate 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes, and you can actually go onto the Unibet site and you can actually have a punt on this. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to have our own version. We've got 2 minutes to eat as many hot dogs as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please welcome our boss, Julian Timmins, and our second boss, Pistol Pete. Thank you very much. All right, we're not going to need these. So the object of the game, boys, pretty simple. Eat as many hot dogs as you can in 2 minutes. But we do have a handicap. Pistol, Junior, and Hammer are on all +2. That's your handicap.
+2.
I'm on +1.
That's not what mine says. Mine says you're on scratch.
Timo's off scratch. 2 minutes, go, boys.
Too dry.
One down.
Sauce, please. All right, everyone, the scores are in. We have a tie. We have a dead heat. I'm just going to go from last to first. Timo, you were disappointing with 2.
Melbourne Cup, mate.
Junior, 4. Still going. Myself, 4. And the tied at the top of the leaderboard was the Hammer and Pistol. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have the 18th again. We're going to have a playoff hole. First person to eat his roll and hot dog first wins. And go. Pistol doing that.
He's done his homework.
Come on. Here we go. Yeah. First person to stick their tongue out. With Quick. Swallow. Shout out to my lovely wife, by the way. Okay. This is close. Stick your tongue out. Give us
Oh, hang on. Jeez, you got some remnants.
Yeah. Hammer. Clean as a whistle. New championship. New champion. Hammer the Hill.
That was hard.
See you next week, everyone.
That's hard.